Hello, I'm back and I'm going to show you how to add or remove user accounts on Windows Home Server. It's a lot like Vista, so if you have Vista or XP or 7, then it's basically about the same thing. So we'll log in here. We'll try again. Okay, and I'm going to let it start up here. With Windows Home Server, there's this Launchpad that's pretty useful. It's basically like your Windows Security Center. I think it is on Windows 7 or on XP. Alright, now let's get to creating a user. To create a new user on your computer, you'd go to Start, which is this circular thing. Unlike XP, where it says Start at the bottom, or, well, it's the same thing in 7, so get used to that. And go up to your computer. Oh, sorry. I meant to go to Control Panel, right under Computer, and go to Add or Remove User Accounts. Alright, so I'm logged in right now as Belinda PC, and there's also a guest account. So if we wanted to delete this account, click on it, or if we wanted to start it, since the guest account is a different type of account. This is just for people who use your computer and you don't necessarily want them to access all of your files or folders. And you can turn that on if you wanted someone to use your computer real quick, Alright, so let's create a new account. I click Create New Account, make an account name, Steve PC. And if you want him to be a standard user, well, depending on the amount of security you want surrounding this user, if you make him a standard user, they can make a lot of changes, but not all of them. They can't run things as administrator, they can't change administrative settings, but if you wanted to make them an administrator, you click Administrator and create account. And what it'll ask us to do, or what we should do, is probably create a password. Of course, you have all these things to do in here. If you want, you can change the account name from Steve PC to Bob PC or Jim Bob PC. You can create a password, preferably a strong password, not like pass@word1. But and you can type a hint in there. So if you're the type to remember to forget passwords, which I am. Also, if it's your sons or daughters using this account, you can set up parental controls. It says, well, since it's an administrator, I would need to add a password, because if I didn't and someone got on, they could change all of the settings that an administrator could change. So let's just do that first. Yes, change that now. Okay. Alright. And if we wanted to use parental controls, we'd have to change it to a limited user. So just a regular user. So no longer a computer administrator. Soon he'd be a standard user. So what you can do with a standard user with parental settings is you can change the time of which they can use the computer, which can be good because you gotta get them to their homework and stuff. Control which games they play. Not really that useful nowadays because people play games online. If it's a game that's on your computer, installed on your computer, then this is what you'd use to block it, or if you wanted to, or allow it. and allow and block specific programs. Like if you had a specific program on your desktop that you use, but you don't want your kids to use it, this is where you go. Alright, and those are the basics of users adding and, well, why don't we delete it? Okay, hold on. Off. Okay. And okay, here we are again. And let's delete the account. Now you have the decision to make whether you want to delete the files or keep the files. And depending on whether they had files on there that are important and you don't have them on yours, then of course you would keep them. But in this case, delete the files because you're getting rid of the account completely. Oh, but I can't delete. Okay. I was apparently deleting mine too. Alright. And that was the basics of user adding and removing accounts.